Exciting men's 1500 final. If the women's can deliver anything like that level of excitement, it will be a treat in store. 12 women in this final. There's the flags. Some of the flags of the 48 European Athletics member federations represented here. The women on the 1500 metre start on the far side of the stadium. And there we are. Shirin Kerber of Switzerland. On her inside, AYÇA FİDANOÇLU, fastest woman amongst the list of entries in this women's 1500 metres. Ostrosina, Latvian, perhaps one of the outsiders. Annie Mann finished second in her semi-final, personal best of 2:24.80, so she could well be in contention. Emmy Berger, a good German, 4:27. Sabella Testify of Switzerland. Alice Bates, second in her semi-final as well. 4:25 her best. Marta Hovland, 4:25. Claudia Kostiuk. She's perhaps one of the weaker performers here at the moment. 4:28 is perhaps one of the favourites. Zuzanna Wienicka of Poland, winner of the heats. And Tanya Zivko of Slovenia. Hasn't broken 4:30 yet. Maybe this is the race to do it. And Jade Lekore, 4:23, and she looked good in her semi-finals, a semi-final. So semi-finals didn't really tell us very much. There hasn't been a huge entry for this particular event, and lots of the fastest women in Europe in the women's 1500 have done other events like Jolanda Kalabis and Sophia Thorgerson, who battled for the gold and silver in the women's 2000 metre steeplechase this morning. So FİDANOÇLU gets straight to the front. She's the fastest woman amongst the entries. Also Kerber up on her outside. Wienicka tucked on the inside, right to the front as well. This isn't blistering pace by any stretch of the imagination. Everybody bunched together. Annie Mann staying out of trouble in around 6th place, but well into the second lane there. Kostiuk. So around 52 seconds for the first 300 metres. It's still FİDANOÇLU out in front. FİDANOÇLU, most of her races have been in Turkey this year, but she's been running some fast times on home soil. On paper, she's about 3 seconds faster than anybody else in this field. There's the two Britons on the left-hand side of your screen, Mann and Bates. Veronika looking very calm and collected at the moment.
So interesting that FİDANOÇLU and Wienicka, two of the fastest athletes in this, are both two of the youngest athletes as well. They're both still 15 years of age. FİDANOÇLU 16 seconds improvement this year. Her teammate Dilek Koçak actually fastest rank, but has chosen to concentrate on the 800 metres, and that gives Turkey the opportunity of winning 2 gold medals. But let's wait and see how this one plays out. Wienicka 4:23.02 in Warsaw last month. She's there right on the inside in the white.
700 metres completed in approximately 2:02. And it's still very much as it was over the first lap. It's FİDANOģLU out in front, dictating the pace at the front, looking very comfortable indeed. Veronika on the inside, just watching her, and there's a little bit of space over there as well. At the moment, Veronika, if she needed to, has got a back door, can get through. FİDANOģLU seems to be quite content, just running in the middle of the lane, isn't shutting off Veronika at all. Hovland around the outside. Well, 500 meters to go now. And it's still FİDANOģLU at the front. Veronika, as she's always been, on the curb. Hovland coming through. Tall figure of Annie Mann working her way through the pack as well. FİDANOģLU's cranked up the pace just a little bit over the last 200 meters. And they hit the bell in 3:18. 3:19.11 officially. We've got the confirmed time through. And now FİDANOģLU starting to ratchet up the pace. I was clipped by Veronika. You saw FİDANOģLU's arm go up there. Just stuttered for a moment, but managed to regain her poise quickly. Now FİDANOģLU trying to get through past Veronika, but Veronika's controlling proceedings on the curb. Kerber herself, the Swiss athlete, having a great run. Oh, Annie Mann suddenly got clipped there, had to drift back, and now coming around the outside the long way round as they're coming into the home straight. 150 meters to go. Now the tall figure of Annie Mann starting to stretch out. FİDANOģLU on the inside, but it's Annie Mann really hitting the front. She had to go round 3 women to get to the front after being blocked, but it's Annie Mann stretching away. We knew she was in medal contention, but the Briton takes gold. Annie Mann comes home in 4:23.41 unofficially. Yet another gold to the Great British gold reserves from these championships. That's gold number 4 for Great Britain. FİDANOģLU, well, was the favourite, but just ran out of it, ran out of steam coming down the home straight. Hasn't got any complaints at all. Annie Mann, well, she had to do it the hard way, having to come around 3 women with 200 meters to go, having been blocked. And Shirin Kerber comes through for a totally unexpected bronze for the Swiss. There's silver medal, AYÇA FİDANOģLU.
Well, Annie Mann showing herself to be tactically astute there. Waited and waited before making the move. Stayed with the leaders, went with the pace, dealt with the fact that she was clipped as well. Just kept that composure. And then with about 100 meters to go, having gone round the leaders, she had a look up at the big screen to see what the picture was, and then eyes back down at the track to focus on coming through for victory.
Well, 1,500 metres running can often be a rough and tumble affair. I'm not sure she was clipped, you know. When we were looking at that with about 200 metres to go, I think it was actually Kerber who cut across her very sharply and blocked her, and then she just looped back in front of the 3 women in front of her. She had the legs. And I'll tell you what, in a more evenly run final, I'm sure she would have broken 4:20.
So having a look back at how that one played out. So 2 Brits there on the outside, Mann and Bates, FİDANOģLU and Vinitska, the 2 15-year-olds. And that's the way it stayed. Deja vu. A couple of laps later, there we go. Mann just stayed on her feet, put her arms out to maintain her balance more than anything. Kerber, Vinitska and FİDANOģLU still there. And the Turk, maybe she hoped that she would win gold with no Dilek Koçak, who's in the 800. But didn't count the fortunes of Annie Mann, who came through. Well, she won her local championships, local county championships in England by 23 seconds, and that perhaps shows